the surprise alongside of us. Their first final really in anything in a relay sense. Nigeria, USA, Great Britain, Japan, Bahamas and Germany. The Americans dwarfed the opposition here in terms of the lineup. They were first, second and third in the individual 400, and with no Jamaicans because they messed it up yesterday, it's hard to see anybody challenging. John Steffensen to go off, his personal best 45.63. It's his first Olympics. What an experience. It's actually been great to have the Australian relay teams getting through to the final. It's going to do them all the world of good. And for Steffensen here to lead off in lane number 1 to Omrod, Dwyer and Hill. Botswana, well, they have been a surprise packet. Kabisa was 7th in the African Championships. Kaligo to bring them home. They're in lane 2. They hold their lanes for 500 metres here. Nigeria, well, they were second in this event 4 years ago. Got a bronze medal in '84. Got A to go first. Opwa is their best runner. He's the third. He was a semi-finalist in the 400. Udo Abong to bring them home. Here's the Americans. Otis Harris to go first, the silver medalist in the 400. Then Derek Brew, Jeremy Warriner. They were second, third and first respectively. And Darrell Williamson does anchor them. He's Warriner's best mate. He was 4th in the trials. It's a great lineup. The Brits with Tim Benjamin, 45.04, his best time. He goes first from Bulldog. Malaki, who only got his passport 49 days ago, he's an American. And then Elias to come home. What a night for Britain. Japan, they have really been outstanding across the board at these Olympics. Yamaguchi, Osakada, Ito and Sato. Yamaguchi's a 45.18 runner. A man to be reckoned with. Bahamas have made some changes. McKinney and Clear come in. Christopher Brown's their gun. He was a semi-finalist in the individual. He went 45.09 in the opening round. That was the fastest of the night. McKinney with a lovely smile to start them off. And the Germans are led off by the European champion, Ingo Schultz. He's a giant. Garbafala and Swillens to bring them home. So, what an experience for the Australians here. They were 8th in Sydney 4 years ago. Pat Dwyer running the same leg as he did then, so his second Olympic final.
They've certainly done themselves proud by making it through to the final. We've been asking a lot of our athletes, or wanting a lot of our athletes, and not necessarily getting it, but these boys getting through to the final has justified their position in the team. You can't look past the Americans, though. They're the Nigerians, but you can't look past the Americans. But that's what we thought about the 100 metres too.
Otis Harris to go first, and then Derek Brew, Jeremy Warriner and Darrell Williamson. And for Australia, John Steffensen, Mark Ormrod, Patrick Dwyer and Clinton Hill. So the change, the one change, Mark Ormrod from 4 to 2 and Clinton Hill from 2 to 4. About to come up for the final track event of the Athens Olympic Games. The marathon to come tomorrow. The Australians from the inside lane and the favourites, the Americans, from lane 4. John Steffensen to go first for Australia. Big staggers here. They don't come across until the 500-metre mark. Almost set. Men's 4x400 final. Clean start. Steffensen the inside. Kabisa of Botswana, and then Gode Nigeria. Harris out from USA, Benjamin out hard from Great Britain, and then Yamaguchi, Japan, and on the left there, the tall figure of Ingo Schultz of Germany, and Botswana led by McKinney. So the staggers are being held pretty well at the moment. The Americans are going well, as you'd expect with Harris in the centre. Steffensen on the right of screen there for the Australians. He's lost no ground over Botswana. He's doing okay, and not much ground over Nigeria. Steffensen's had a good first 300 here. Schultz, as we see Harris moving up alongside of Yamaguchi and Benjamin. Harris has had a mighty leg for the Americans, and John Steffensen's put himself in front of Botswana. So the first change comes up, and the USA will be clearly in front with Brew. Ormrod to get it for the Australians. You can see him now on the left, so the Australians are probably in about 6th position, maybe 7th. USA leading as they now come across from the stagger.
Steffensen ran a brilliant first leg, and Ormrod's running a great second leg at this stage. It'd be nice if he could get up onto that second pack, but the Americans, they're blitzing them. They're really running extremely smoothly.
USA a mile out in front with Brew. Australia in 6th position, Nigeria 2nd. Real battle going on behind them with the Germans and the Brits. Here's the 3rd leg now. Australia in the mix. Japan there. Australia doing well. Very well. Dwyer gets it now. Lost a bit of ground out wide. Needs to tack on. So the battle goes on with the Germans. And the Brits, the Japanese and the Australians are in 5th spot. So Jeremy Warriner, who won the individual gold medal, sails away for the US, and Pat Dwyer's in 5th position.
Ormerod ran a fantastic race for Australia, and Dwyer, they took the baton really cleanly. It was all nice and crisp through the box. Dwyer's actually making ground on this pack of Nigerians and Brits.
So Warriner leads. Great Britain, Japan, Nigeria, Australia in the next group. Can Dwyer hold close enough here to give Hill a crack at maybe getting an unlikely medal? The Americans have got it now. Hill gets it. He's in a good spot.
Was all very clean through the changeover. There was not a problem there, and Hill's in a good position.
Hill to sit. So Nigeria 2nd, Japan 3rd, Great Britain 4th, and Clinton Hill would fancy himself here. A real chance. Williamson for the USA will get the goal. Hill's gone through to 2nd. You can't see that, but Clinton Hill's gone very early. I hope he hasn't gone too early. USA lead, Australia at 2nd. He's gone a long way out. He must hang on now. He spent some penny. The Americans are bolted away. Australia could get a silver medal. 1956 was the only time. We are going to get the silver. USA are clear, and Australia is going to come home with a silver medal. Nigeria 3rd.
That is sensational, Bruce. I've got to say that word. That is amazing. Hill just ran a magnificent run. He took them on and he challenged them, and we all knew he could do it. He really, really has great confidence in his ability. That was amazing. That was fantastic.
Oh, how about that to finish it?